What's up, everybody? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. Sorry if I'm repping Lydia hardcore. We just got her, so sorry about that. Let me get sorry. So you clicked on this video because you saw a great haul. Now, great haul, we're gonna go over plentiful today and tell you the benefits, where you should go first. This is kind of like one of the biggest things that newcomers get wrong in the beginning of the game. So I was the same exact way. I started doing attack and HP and really just focus on like what I did in other games. But this game is a little bit different. So we're gonna get into this in a little bit. But why is Great Haul so important to this game? And the reason is because of these stats over here. So these stats are gonna help out everywhere in the game. So you might not have to be solely focused on PvP, but if you do PvP, like your 10 or 20, things you have to do every single day, eventually you're going to get enough to really max out what you really want to max out for this game. So PvP is huge for this game, but mainly getting PvP stats comes a lot with the Great Haul. All right, so first off, let's get into whatever all this means. Now, if you guys are new or you just opened up the Great Haul for the first time, we're going to go over each stat, each affinity, what you should be focused on first, and also where you actually get these rewards. All right, so first off, we have HP, attack, defense, crit damage, resistance, accuracy. We have magic, green, red, and void affinities. All right, so these are the affinities for your champions. Each champion has their own affinity. This is only going to benefit the champions that are of that affinity. All right, so we have some affinities that only void, red, green, and blue. All right, so if you're looking at a champion, let's go Lydia, for example. Right here is where you're going to get the total stats. You're going to click this little thing right here, total stats, and your Great Haul right here is where you're going to see these stats. So they have maxed out crit damage, maxed out resistance, and maxed out accuracy. Everything else is kind of like up in the air, but these are what you're going to see that are going to be a huge total over here. So look at that, 25%, that's 1/4 of her crit damage just came from the Great Haul. 80 out of 340 of this came from the Great Haul. 80 out of 298 came from the Great Haul. So this is an example of what you're going to be seeing scale up a lot with your Great Haul. I wish speed was in there. That'd be too broken. That'd be literally whales or whatever with the speed. But let's get back to the Great Haul. So it's going to be specifically per faction or per affinity, right? So most people already knew that. Now these up top, HP and attack is really what I focused on when I first started this game. That's why there's 5 and 4 here, even 6 down here, because I got Roz and I was like, oh my god, I need attack, and Roz is not even an attack champion. But what you do is you don't even want to focus on attack. You don't want to focus on HP. Mainly you're going to be focused on is all the way over here, accuracy. Why is accuracy so good? Because most of the time when we're leveling up our champions, we're not going to level them to 50 5-star ascension or 6-star, 6-star ascension, which means once you get to 6-star, you have a banner. A banner gives you 70 to 90 accuracy. So if you can't get to 6-star, you don't have a 6-star banner, you then can have 80 extra accuracy maxed out first before you even level up this guy. Like level 50 plus the accuracy bonus for your Great Haul is going to boost up their accuracy so much. Top accuracy you really want to hit if you're just middle, beginning of game, or doing clan boss is 220, right? So if you have 80 out of 220, that's pretty good. Like you're already over 1/3 of the way there with the maxed out accuracy before you even gear the guy. Like before any gear, he's already has an extra 80 accuracy. So that is the first thing you're going to want to do. That's going to help you out the most places in this game is focused on accuracy. Now I have one more thing, green. I don't have a lot of green champions. That's why this was my last one to focus. But now that I have a lot more green champions with Doom Tower, like especially the one guy who solos the Scarab King, he needs a lot of resistance. So this was also my last spot here. So I kind of leveled this up for not Doom Tower, Clan Boss to get up to 9, but I could use one more here, right? So this is the first thing you want to focus on is accuracy. Now next you want to focus on is either crit damage or defense. Now if you're newer, I would definitely go defense on your main people. Main person you're probably going to have is Kale. Kale is a blue affinity, and he is probably going to be in your clan boss team, your dungeon team, your PvP, like he's probably going to be your main guy. Whoever you have starting out is all magic. They're all going to be your main people. Defense is going to make you survive the hit longer for the clan boss, you know, for PvP, for PvE, wherever it happens to be. So defense, blue affinity was my first one. I leveled up after the accuracy route. So we went defense on these two, because these rosin, obviously defense rosin, but these two were the main ones because I had most champions in blue and red, right? Rosin for red, magic affinity for the blue, and started getting void later on. Like void are the harder champions to get because they're only pulled through void shards, but void you're going to kind of level later on once you get a Coldheart. The next thing you want to do to get more damage out of your people is going to be the crit damage. Most people can get crit rate accuracy or crit rate gloves, like that's 50 to 60 crit rate gloves, and not even having to do anything after that, you already start with 25 extra crit damage. So let's go to one of our champions. Let's go to a Coldheart, right? I don't know why I went here. Let's go to Coldheart. Now a Coldheart champion, right, is a void who has plus 25 crit damage. She already starts with 57% crit damage. I don't know why the hell it's 57. She starts with 57% crit damage. Without doing any artifacts, she's already up to 70, 80 some percent crit damage, right? So she's special because she only needs 70% crit because of her skills. But mainly, you're getting an extra 25% of their crit damage just from the Great Hall. That is a huge deal when it comes to her main skill, which is a lot based off enemy max HP. The more crit damage she has, the more damage she's going to do overall. So this is a great example of a Great Hall maxed out that's going to get the most out of crit damage. So once you get the accuracy down, like she's full accuracy, then you're going to want to go for the crit damage after you get the defense for your main guys. All right, so let's go our Rosin. Our Rosin Scarhide is maxed out in defense. Right now, he's getting an extra 262 defense, which helps out so much in the clan boss, in PvP. Like he's a defense-based champion, so adding to his defense just increases his damage overall. He's getting an extra 25 crit damage as well, so his 157 crit damage would be 122. Like that's so low. But look, bring it all the way up to 157 on a defense-based champion. This is why you're going to want to build up these two stats right here. Obviously having the accuracy, first thing you should be doing, because most of your guys are based off of accuracy. Without his 80 accuracy, he'd be down to, what, 170, 160? Whatever that math is. Accuracy, which is way lower for the clan boss. You need 220 plus for the clan boss. Without that 80 Great Hall, you're not hitting anything. Like you're not landing any of your debuffs. You're not stripping any buffs. Rosin is a perfect example of why the Great Hall is going to be so good. All right, so once you're getting the accuracy down, then you're going to focus on the defense, probably magic, and then red. It doesn't have to be full 10 spot. Make sure you do these full 10 spot, but these could be like 6, 7, 8, whatever missions you're on, do that. Then you're going to focus on the crit damage. All right, so the main character you're going to want is the Coldheart, which is probably going to be the crit damage right here. Rosin's crit damage, Kale's crit damage, my Alton was very good with the defense. I had an Alton early. So Alton was a magic defense champion with crit damage and accuracy. These are perfect for that. Lastly, if you're not building a resistance team, why you see this is because of Doom Towers late game. So late game, you need a lot of resistance. You need at least 300 resistance in a lot of places in the game. So that's kind of why I'm more of a late game, end game player. So that's kind of why I started building this up. And I had a lot of emeralds or whatever the shields to spend, so I started putting it in these. I did all 7 first, and then I needed my blue guys like Rhodos and all that, and then I needed my Lydia, who is now a void, to be max resistance, right? If I wasn't going resistance, right, if this was your Great Hall, I would probably go HP or max out my defense on void. So I'd go HP next. HP is going to let you survive more. Having an extra 20% HP, what does that come out to? So if you have a 20,000 person champion, let's do some math. You probably already know ahead of me. 20,000 times 0.2, you're getting an extra 4,000 HP for literally nothing. Like literally before you even gear your guy, you're at 24,000 HP. Sure, why not? So HP would definitely be the next one that I'm going to be gearing after I get this resistance up. So I'm probably going to go this resistance, maybe 2 more, up to 9 or 10, and then start doing my HP. Now I'm probably going to go with the magic, because I have a lot of magic, or red. I have a lot of red champions, or void. Like I'm starting to do a lot of void, but one of these, it's going to be all HP. All right, so let's see a champion that I have. Like a good example is him. So he starts with 27,000 HP. He's a red champion. And then we have Hakeem Smashlord, who also has a lot of HP, 23,000. So let's go back to this guy. If we have 27,000, 27,420. So 27,420 times 0.2, he's getting an extra 5,484 HP. Right now he's only getting 548. So an extra 5,000 HP for this specific champion, you'd be looking at 93,000 HP. Not bad, right? And that boosts up his shield, that boosts up everything else. Like, that's really good. So that's kind of what you're going to be focused on next, is the HP. So let's start back over. First, accuracy. Next, defense on whatever main classes that you have. Most of the time it's going to be magic and probably red. Then crit damage. Now resistance, if you got to this point and you're late game, middle / heading into late game, resistance, or HP. And that's kind of what you're going to be focused on. A lot of times you see whales, it's all yellow because they literally just do this constantly. Don't worry about that. Focus mainly on the accuracy, then the defense, then the crit damage, and then HP. And then if you have attack champions, like I had this because I had Zavia, not Zavia, Zargala. Zargala is a very, very good, strong DPS champion, which is a red champion, and she was my main person for a long time in Arena. So this person. So I think it's only plus 6% with my Great Hall. So if we go here and we have plus 6%, so it's 10% extra attack. If she starts with okay, so if we have 10%, what's our Great Hall? So 10% of that, we're getting an extra 140. So we'd have an extra 280 if we were at 20% attack. So with her being at almost 1400 attack, it's 280 extra attack, which would put her almost 4,000 attack. So at one point, she actually had really, really good gear on her, like back, when I was actually using her. She had around 5,700 attack. So that extra attack would put her close to 6,000 attack, which is a huge difference when it comes to attack-based champions, which would just make her one-shot literally everybody, especially with 100 and 250% crit rate. So that's a great example of an attack type champion that would definitely benefit from the attack, but I'm not going attack until like my later type stuff, right? Unless I have a specific champion that I'm really trying to gear out. Accuracy, defense, crit damage, HP, unless you're late game, then resistance. All right, so why do we do this? It's because we do it everywhere, so that way we can get up in our PvP. Now, how do we get stuff for this is going through our PvP arena. 3v3 has nothing to do with this. Really, you're doing 3v3 just for the bazaar, just to get this accessory and then this accessory, and then just stay in gold 1 forever. Doesn't really matter. Sometimes you get some shards if there's like a shard event coming up, or this energy, which I use every time it pops up. But mainly you're going to be focused on Classic. Now Classic Arena, you want to go for teams that you know you can beat. This team I know I can beat. So you want it kind of like an auto team eventually, like not when you first start. I didn't have an auto team. It kind of was just like going through, picking the right teams so you get the most medals. Now the medals are crucial because every time you get a win, you get medals. So let's attack this person. Now, usually you just put on auto, and if you have an auto team like this is an auto team, it's going to win if you're first. So it goes first, hits, and then nuke, right? So nuke down, that was 5 seconds. So if you're able to kind of go through 10 matches within like 2-3 minutes, that's your medals. Now, you want to be doing this every single day and not wasting these. These come up back every 45 minutes, I believe. It's a pretty long time. So usually you can do 20 of them a day. So if you're doing 20 of them a day and you're getting 4 medals, let me just do some math. There's a lot of math in this video. Okay, so if you do 20 matches times 4, that's 80 medals for that. And then you have the reroll, which you get every day. So the reroll comes from this. This is 10 right here, so it's 30. And then you have the quest, which is, we already used it, but one of these gives you an extra 5. So you're looking at 35 of these, besides like extra, do these give you any? No, these don't give you any, and then I don't think anybody else. So it's really just the daily stuff. So you have the daily quest, which is 5, you have this, which is 10, and then you have just the normal countdown, which is another 20. So you're looking at 35 times 4, it's 140 medals a day. Times that by 5 days. Let's do 5 days. So if you're doing this like strictly for 5 days, you're at 700 medals. Like that's 700 medals in 5 days. If you're doing this like every single day, you're looking at 7 days. That's almost 1,000. So you can almost level up one of these fully up to 1,000 a day, or a week. I'm sorry. So first one is 50, 150. So if we're at a full week, let's minus 50 minus 150. You can probably just add this all up together. Minus 700. So we're at 80 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go up to level 5 every single week. So that's how fast technically you can do this if you're literally going every single day. All right. So if you go from level 1 to level 5 on all these accuracies, that's a month. So in a month, if you're doing it every single day, you can get all this up to level 5. And then slowly but surely, you'll get level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9, level 10, and then you'll be able to focus on everything else. All right, so that's an example of kind of like how many medals you can get in a week. All right, and that's not including if you like get any from tournament winnings or like these free books, or if you happen to buy anything. Sometimes they have packs that give you stuff. They have updates that you get free stuff from. Really, it's all over, right? So that's kind of how you do it. Now, also why you're going to be wanting to do this, obviously, again, for the PvP, but you want to level up to at least, hopefully, gold 4. Platinum, you don't get anything besides good gear, but mainly you're going to get up to gold 4 and hopefully stay there as long as you possibly can to keep that 20% bonus. Without the 20% bonus, it goes down to 18%, 16%, 14%, all the way down. So as you kind of go in the rankings, your Great Hall is going to help out a lot in that. You're going to be able to do more damage to the clan boss. You're going to be able to survive longer on the clan boss. You're going to be able to survive longer in Doom Tower. Like, having these stats is huge for late game. This obviously Wales, I think there's only a certain amount of people that actually can get up to here, but you just get better gear. Like, there's no really benefit besides better gear, and it's almost impossible to stay up there if you're a guy like me and you're kind of like a casual raider. Really cool stuff. There you go. So guys, hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this kind of gave you a guide on what you're going to be aiming for the future on your account. Again, if you did all attack when you first started, don't worry. We all did the same thing. Take a step back, start focusing on what you need to focus on, and now you know what to kind of like hopefully ignore, right? Ignore half of it and just be like, all right, I'm just going to focus on this now. And yeah, and let me know. Put it in the comments below if this helps you out. Join the Discord if you haven't. We're streaming all the time on YouTube now, so that's kind of brand new to this channel, so Dirtbag Nation. And then tell me what you want to see next, because we're doing a lot of videos. Tons and tons of videos. Guys, appreciate it. Good luck with everything, and enjoy the rest of your week.